Good afternoon, my dudes. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for your bonus card. Now, recently in previous weeks, the clearance deals have been the center of much attention, and I've done quite a lot on them end to end. I did go through it again and just have another check. There's basically nothing new that's been added, but a lot of stuff has been sold out. So if you guys are waiting to pull the trigger, payday's here. And I would do it quickly because a lot of the stuff that's been sold out, like these smart light bulbs, for instance, they're not coming back. A lot of the more niche products that are here are probably not going to come back to Evetech. So if you want to get yourself a nice cap or something to that effect, whatever you see here, there's a good chance. I'd say it's a 50-50 chance some stuff is just not going to come back. But because I've covered this thing extensively in the last 2 weeks, I suggest you go and have a look at those videos. If you do want to see more or get some ideas about what you should be looking at to buy for what niche, etc., go have a look at those. But for this week, because we've covered this and because new deals have landed in the specials section, we're going back to the top 10. So starting off the top 10 at number 10, if you're into DCS World of War Thunder, then this one is for you. It's basically a baby HOTAS system. It's got a full throttle quadrant on it, so a proper nice thumb-driven one with some pretty decent distance. So it is going to give you some pretty good control. But the main thing is the joystick is like four-way or whatever the case is, where you get the twist grip for your rudder, etc. And then you've obviously got your normal four-way. Plus, it does look pretty damn cool, I have to say. It's one thing about the Thrustmaster. I like this mixture of like old school and new school. I mean, look at that aluminium base, the way it's mounted, and the rubber grommet around it, and the space for your hand. It just looks really appealing and really, really good. And now it's like down $200-300, so it's pretty decent discount. At number 9 is potentially the last power supply you never have to buy, because it's a 1000-watt platinum with components that are made for a 10-year warranty. 10 years. So its lifetime is probably closer to 15. So instead of buying a 600 watt for $1,000 or whatever the case is, rather grab one of these. It's going to be the same cost of ownership based on the warranty. If that's 1,000 Rand for 3 years, this is 3,000 Rand for 10. This is actually much better than that on a cost of ownership argument. And then it's a 1000 watt PSU. My older 900 is now like probably 12 years old, and that was a Huntke like silver 900 watt. This is on another level. Okay. And number 8 is one for the streamers. If you've got a dual PC setup, you definitely want to get one of these. You can send it through your network, yeah, but you're going to get quality loss, and it is noticeable. Going directly into a capture card is absolutely fantastic. We use 4K 60 Pros all the time, all over Eve Sports. So if you want live demos of how clean and how good that can look, go have a look at those broadcasts. They're all over YouTube. There you can go to the channel and have a look at that. Anything you see in game has pretty much been built or captured off of that sort of system. At number 7, it's an Arctis 5 for $1,200. I am a very big supporter of, once you go to like 2,000 Rand, just buy an audiophile set of headphones. But for 1,200 Rand, this thing is just such a deal. It's got all of the premium feature sets. It's just not wireless. Check, even your boy Rain is using one. Okay, he's been around since Kingwin days. You know how long ago that is? I mean, it's like, now I'm showing my age a little bit, but price versus performance here is absolutely exceptional. The mic is about the only detractor on these headsets. It's a chat microphone. It's not going to launch your singing career. So if you've got a realistic view of that and you want some really good stereo audio to be able to actually hear people approaching you, these come highly recommended. Running up the top off at number 6, it's the Rival 3 Wireless. This mouse and its price versus performance is just astronomical. Having tested the Aerox and daily driving a TrueMove Pro sensor, I can vouch for these. The TrueMove Air is legit. It's still 100% tracking within its fields of 400 IPS and 40G acceleration. Unless your name is Blaze or Mistim, you're not going to outflick this mouse. Even them, I would hazard a guess they would struggle. I don't think they'll be able to even get to that kind of speed. Even if you are a young 19, 20-year-old cracked aimer, you're not going to skip this mouse out. And for the money, it's just exceptionally good value. Coming in just ahead of that at number 5, it's Razer's Ultimate, just because it's got embedded batteries, and it's like the Rival 3 with everything just turned up to like ridiculous levels. Having used this mouse, G Pro X, and everything in between, there is no advantage of a G Pro X over this. None whatsoever. I don't care what you say. I don't care. You can add me in the comments. I don't care, because it's not better than this. They're basically the exact same thing, except that this is like 800 Rand less. This G Pro craze, it hurts my brain, because it's actually not, it's just, you're just being charged a premium for the name. Imagine how much the tables have turned when Razer is supplying the exact same thing, like 30-40% less. It's kind of mad. And number 4, it's an Odyssey G3. This is just a really good bang for buck panel. It's got AMD FreeSync Premium built into it. It is a VA, and the MPRT is the only way to get it to 1 millisecond. For those of you who don't know, it's a strobing effect behind the panel. It does work, it's just not very nice, especially in games where you don't get the refresh rate. Then yeah, it's less than ideal. I have no idea what this thing's performance is going to be like as a result, as far as smearing and stuff go. Just on paper, it looks pretty good, and knowing Samsung, they generally don't do a bad job with that sort of stuff. The only other thing with this is the backlighting. It says 250 typical, so it is going to be a little bit dimmer. So if you're in a place with a lot of direct sunlight, maybe not for you. But the tilt and the stand and the way that they've done this is what attracted me to it, because getting it center on and stuff is just that much easier. At number 3, it's a 2x8 gig kit from XPG Adata. It's 3600 CL18 with a really attractive heat spreader for $1,600. That's like really aggressive. Like, I gotta say, like, the price versus performance here is kind of disgusting, and look how pretty they look in the slot and stuff. This is very solid, limited lifetime warranty, exactly the same terms as pretty much every other memory brand. So if you've been looking to upgrade, if you're sitting with a single DIMM and you've been looking for a dual DIMM kit, 3600 CL18 is like the sweet spot for DDR4 as well. Would highly recommend these. And number 2, it's a pick of the upgrade kits. It's literally here just because of the board and the memory. The CPU is pretty good. The Ryzen 5 3600 is still quite capable. Obviously, it doesn't have PCI Express 4.0 capacity, which is the only real detractor. But the idea with this is you buy this now as DDR5 and stuff rolls out, and AMD 6000 series rolls out. 5000 series chips are going to drop in price, and the second-hand market, Carb is going to be flooded with them. At that point, you grab yourself like a nice 5600X, even or a 5900X if you want to be a wild boy. Then you've got like one of the best gaming platforms in the world. Even with the new stuff coming out with a low latency memory and stuff on there, it's gonna be a dream. You're not gonna bottleneck for anything. And then finally, number 1 spot this week, it goes to a 6600 XT Asus ROG Edition. We bought one for our boy Nobody, and he's absolutely raving. He's loving his life. The thing, he's in Durban in the heat, and the thing barely reaches 60 degrees. Okay, RDNA 2 is legitimately amazing with its power efficiency, and it's very strict sort of, you know, power limitations and stuff, which ROG probably removed and then just put a ridiculously big cooler on. On average, he gets like 7 to 8% better than my 2070 Super with a worse CPU. Imagine, this thing's quite a monster. People are buying 2070 Supers for 12 grand on Carbonite. I do not know why. What would possess you to do this when this beats it and it's 3 grand less and is brand new out the box? You don't have to worry if someone mined on it or what. It's a brand new product, straight fresh from the ASUS production line, fully automated, if you didn't know. Anyway, that's all I have for you in the buyer's guide for this week. I will be doing a full build and review of a machine that you can buy in the Slade case, but later on in the week, so that should be coming out either tomorrow or Friday. And then we should have one more review this week, hopefully. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to actually see if I can't snake one of those new Marvo mechanicals, because they look actually pretty decent. So I'm going to see if we can throw one of those on the channel. Anywho, if there's anything you guys want to see reviewed, please give me suggestions down below so I can know what you would like some help with. Until then, hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.